Chase hitter Steph Curry with a fresh cut. You see that fresh haircut? He needs business. As he was at a movie release for a documentary he's worked on. Stephen Curry, that is.
Does he have a media company? I don't even know. I'm asking.
Yeah, what was it here? I retweeted it yesterday.
Oh, okay.
He does have his SC30 brand, and I think Jordan Ramirez, our boy J Ram, who works for them. He works for Steph Curry, follows him around everywhere.
Damn, J Ram.
J Ram's
been on up,
dude. Yeah, he's got the Currys. He's with the Curry brand. And that's a wrap. Unbelievable to see this journey finally on the big screen. Underrated film is a culmination of hard work, wins, and losses, and a great team around me. Sundance Film Festival, and I can't wait for y'all to see it. Love to the Sundance Film Festival for Aaron, his bad boy, and Stephen Curry there. I guess an underrated movie, I guess about his career or whatnot. So we can ask Steph Curry more about it later on today, or if we see him at Chase Center, be like, yo, Steph, what's up with the underrated movie?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. So Friday night, I get back, and me and my wife are, flip on the television. I'm going to let the dogs use the restroom. And she sees this man in a cardigan walk out onto the court. And she goes, Joe, who's that? I said, oh, my God, that's Shannon Sharpe. She's like, his outfit is wild, number one. Number two, why is he ready to fight everyone? What's going on? And all I see is Steven Adams going at him. And then the next thing I know, T. Morant, which is John Morant's dad, who looks like Usher, is coming over. And Shannon Sharpe is pointing at them. And I had to turn the volume up as fast as I can. I didn't watch any of the game, but I caught the melee, if you will, on SportsCenter. Bonte, did you see that?
So I was leaving NBC Sports Bay Area, and David Tello, who's a producer over there, is a big-time Laker fan. So he has the Laker Grizzlies game on after the Warriors beat the Cavaliers,
Yes.
one of the most impressive wins of the season,
Agreed.
followed by one of the most disappointing losses of the season. How many times have we said that so far?
Yeah, but with a bunch of nobodies and Jordan Poole, they won that game.
They won that
It was
game.
a big win.
Kuminga coming back playing. Yeah, it was a really good win.
Yeah.
So Dylan Brooks.
I saw Kuminga last night.
We rewinded it, right? And Mike Breen starts off the third quarter by saying, just a silly act. And Mark Jackson's like, yeah, that can't happen in an NBA game. So he's like, what happened? We rewinded it. And Shannon Sharpe, started off with Shannon Sharpe and Dylan Brooks.
So it's a Laker-Grizzly game.
Laker-Grizzly game at Crypto.com.
Or
Crypto.com arena.
Yeah,
the big crypt is what they call it now.
Okay.
And Dylan Brooks is chirping at Shannon Sharpe, and Shannon Sharpe is chirping back at him. And Dylan Brooks says some things, and Shannon Sharpe was pointing, say it right here. Say it right here. So then Steven Adams walks over, and Shannon's chirping. T. Morant comes on the side, and John Morant starts talking, and Shannon's talking, and the funniest photo of them all is Shannon looking back at the court bugging with the cardigan, and they got him as a rap album. You see that as a rap cover? In the cardigan. And he's sitting there.
And then it looked like he was going toward the tunnel.
Right.
And then I guess, where did T. Morant come from?
Yeah, well, he's sitting courtside. I guess he travels with the team.
Oh, my God.
He must travel with the team. T. Morant's at every single road game, which is hilarious,
He's
right?
always got a cup, too.
He's always got a cup and shades on.
Yes.
He's always sauced up at a Grizzlies game. And so Shannon's pointing. He's pointing at everybody. So then he talks to Dave McMenamin at halftime.
Uh-huh.
At halftime of that game, he talks to Dave McMenamin. And I'm going to pull up this quote right now. Here it comes.
I swear to God, this is one of the funniest things
It's
that has
one of the
happened
funniest things ever. And I didn't think it was true. Oh, man, I can't find it. Go ahead, fill some time. I'll find this quote right now.
Basically, they're all jarring at each other. And then, you got it?
Yeah, I got it. So
Okay.
Shannon Sharpe spent halftime in the tunnel with security returning to his seat for the third quarter. He granted ESPN a brief interview explaining what happened with the Grizzlies on his way to his seat. They didn't want this smoke, Dave. They do all that talking and jockeying, and I ain't even about that jockeying. It started with Dylan Brooks. I said he was too small to guard LeBron. He said, F me. I said, F you back. He started to come at me, and I said, you don't want these problems. And then John came out of nowhere talking. He definitely didn't want these problems. Then the dad came, and he obviously didn't want no problems. But I wanted anything they had. Don't let these fools fool you now.
Okay. I had to show my wife pictures of Shannon Sharpe to explain to her how big he was. So I Googled Shannon Sharpe shirt off. And this guy, she goes, he looks better than a pro wrestler.
No.
Dude, he's just chiseled. Like G.I. Joes look at his body and are envious.
Oh,
He
man.
has muscles everywhere.
Yep.
He looks jacked out of his mind. And he's standing there like, ah!
So there's definitely funk with Shannon Sharpe and the Grizzlies, because earlier, a couple weeks ago on Undisputed, apparently, Shannon Sharpe was talking about the Grizzlies saying, y'all got the West? Hey, Last night, y'all won an NBA Finals before? But when did y'all got the West? So then Dylan Brooks, after the game, had this to say about Shannon Sharpe.
I know you said earlier you didn't want to talk about what Shannon said, but there was a report that he said he started to talk with you, saying that you're too small to guard LeBron when you swore back at him. Is that what happened? Or what
No, I
was your
told him
sense?
he missed the shot.
What's going on me?
That's all.
You think it's appropriate for a fan to kind of go back and forth with you guys like that?
A regular pedestrian like him, no. He shouldn't have never came back in the game. But it's LA.
Thanks, Dylan.
But it's L.A. And the outfit Dylan Brooks had on.
Oh, it was like a black
Tank top.
Yeah, well, it was old.
Tucked into jeans and a belt
very
buckle.
odd.
It was...
He looks like he's an extra in Bone Thugs from the
Dude,
90s.
he's a mess.
Right?
And then he was talking after the game, talking about, LeBron doesn't like to go left. So if you hold him, you're at that cold Spinoni?
Yeah, he's like, I think I figured it out. LeBron, he doesn't like to go left. So if I force him to go left, he's going to struggle. I was like, yeah, I'm sure LeBron's never figured that out before in his 20-year NBA career.
All-time scorer.
Yeah, he's almost break Kareem's record.
Well,
so the end of the game, did you see the end of the game?
No.
Oh, the end of the game was best. I know Spinoni was watching. Desmond Bain, the Lakers come all the way back.
Okay.
They were down, I think, 11 in the fourth quarter or something like that. They come all the way back, and Anders like, you come into bed? I was like, I got to finish this game. I was like, I got to write this one out, right? It's the Grizzlies on an 11-game winning streak, and they get their winning streak snapped, right? They've lost 3 in a row, by the way, coming into Chase Center tonight. So Desmond Bain, all of a sudden, he gets stripped by Schroeder. He goes in for the and one. Boom. Lakers got the lead. Grizzlies come down, set up a 3. Desmond Bain steps out of bounds right in front of Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe gets up out of his seat, and he's looking at the roof, and he goes, pointing at the sideline, out of bounds, out of bounds, out of bounds. And then he looks at the court like this. And then, of course, LeBron James goes over to hug him after the game, and LeBron's like, yeah, I got Shannon's back. 365 days a year, 366 days in a leap year, 24/7.
Wow.
I mean.
Okay, now Shannon, if I did what Shannon did, I would be persona non grata, right?
Yes,
They'd throw me out of here.
Oh, you'd be done.
But I'm here for all of this. Like, honestly, I want more of this kind of stuff.
Well, he apologized after the game.
This was maybe the best regular season game in the NBA thus far.
But it's always with the Grizzlies, right?
Yeah.
They're like these frauds, these fake gangsters. Like, John wants to be, like, John's tweeting, like, yo, you want to see how these hollow tips feel?
Face of
John
the league.
Morant. They're trying to make you the face of the league,
Face of
dude.
the league.
And y'all here trying to act like a thug when you grew up with a basketball court in your backyard. Like, stop. Stop. And T. Morant, he didn't want no smoke. So then T. Morant and Shannon Sharpe hugged it out at the third quarter. They became cool. It's just a lot going on.
How many
man.
people bought that cardigan that Shannon Sharpe was wearing?
How many people can afford that
It's like
cardigan?
$3,500.
No, it is
Yeah.
not.
Are you
Because
kidding me?
Greg Lauren is the person that has it.
It looked like one of those blankets that your great grandmother, sewn way back in the day.
Right.
Didn't it?
No, it looked
Like a
pretty
quilt.
It looked pretty damn good. That was swaggy. And he apologized to us, actually.
If
he
I wore
apologized.
that sweater,
Well, you can't wear it. I
that's
can.
one of my points.
I can. Yeah, I can pull that off.
If you wore that sweater, we would destroy you.
People will be like, wow.
No, they would not.
No,
Bonte's-
they'd say wow. That's for sure.
They
Yeah,
say,
they
wow.
would.
And
Thank
they'd
you,
be
Shanahan.
like, see, you guys don't know fashion. That was next level fashion right
Yeah,
there.
but you have to also know your limits.
Yeah, I mean, you got to
He
be.
is chiseled
Yeah.
out
well,
of granite.
I know. I mean, so I probably couldn't pull that off.
I mean, if we were going best bods in the world, like 40 and over, he's on the short list.
Yeah,
in the
he's-
world.
He's chiseled.
I mean,
he's
The Rock
ripped.
doesn't even have a body like
Yeah,
him.
he's ripped. He's ripped. He's a Hall of Famer. So he apologized to the Grizzlies.
I just had to laugh a little
That just-
midweek. I know we were getting ready for the Eagles and Niners.
Right.
I know we got Grizzlies and Warriors
But
tonight.
It
but
was
like
just.
that,
It was just.
God.
He was just telling Dylan Brooks, "Come over here and say that. Come over here." Like he's all into LeBron James and the LA Lakers sitting courtside now, all about it. And then when Desmond Bain stepped out of bounds, and less than 10 seconds left, he's pointing at the sideline, out of bounds. And he's doing this. It's unbelievable, man. Oh, that was dope. That was
I'm
that was
here
hilarious.
for more of this.
I don't know, man.
I don't take my sports that serious, especially when it's the Lakers. I
mean, it was WWE.
It was hilarious. We can laugh a little.
We can
It's
laugh.
okay
It
to
was-
laugh
it
a
was
little.
hilarious. It was definitely
Who's
WWE.
most likely at 95.7 The Game? Who of all the people that work here, behind and in front of the scenes, who's the most likely to do that? What Shannon
Daryl
did?
the Guru Johnson.
No, who wouldn't do that?
Who was storming the courts from his son's high school basketball games. He's storming the court with him. All right.
Like the two guys after Hank Aaron hit the home run. He's running around the bases with them.
Guru got kicked out of a JV game.
What?
Yeah, so it's JV game back in the day. He got kicked out of the game, berating the referees. Anyway.